Global markets tumbled sharply today amid growing fears over U.S. President Donald Trump's impending announcement of sweeping tariffs set for April 2nd, a day he's calling Liberation Day. Trump indicated the tariffs would target all countries, varying in scale, but described as far more generous than those levied against the United States. European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde responded by calling the tariffs a wake-up call for Europe, urging the continent toward greater economic independence. Lagarde warned of an economic slowdown, estimating European growth could fall by 0.3 percentage points initially, and possibly 0.5 points if Europe retaliates with similar measures. Wall Street followed international markets downward, with futures for the S&P 500 and Dow Jones dropping 1.2% and 0.7%, respectively. Tesla experienced notable losses, down 6.1% as the company continues to face challenges related to CEO Elon Musk's controversial oversight role in Trump's Department of Government Efficiency. Asian markets bore the brunt of investor anxiety, with Tokyo's Nikkei plunging 4.1%, South Korea's Kospi down 3%, and significant declines seen across Hong Kong, Shanghai, Taiwan, and Australia. Analysts pointed to Asia as ground zero, given the region's heavy reliance on export manufacturing to the US. Despite the looming tariffs, Toyota, the world's largest automaker, announced it would maintain current operations without immediate price hikes in the US, its largest market, while focusing on cost reductions. Meanwhile, President Trump's approval ratings stand at 42%, 2 months into his second term, with particularly low marks on trade negotiations, reflecting broader public concerns about his aggressive tariff strategy and its potential economic repercussions. Myanmar's government has raised the official death toll from Friday's catastrophic 7.7 magnitude earthquake to over 2,000, with an additional 3,900 injured and hundreds still missing. A week-long mourning period has been declared. The quake, centered near Myanmar's second-largest city, Mandalay, severely damaged infrastructure, including bridges, religious sites, and the city's airport. Rescue efforts are being hindered significantly by damaged infrastructure, lack of equipment, and extreme heat, complicating attempts to locate survivors. Neighboring countries, including India, China, Malaysia, and Singapore, have sent aid via aircraft and warships carrying crucial relief supplies. Officials warn the real number of casualties and damage could be far higher due to widespread telecommunication outages. In Mandalay, reports indicate severe devastation, with rescuers forced to search for survivors manually due to insufficient heavy machinery. International rescue workers highlight ongoing landslides and logistical difficulties as major challenges to relief operations. The quake also impacted neighboring Thailand, where at least 18 people died following a building collapse in Bangkok. Israel has announced new forced evacuation orders for residents of Rafah in southern Gaza, indicating plans to intensify its ongoing military occupation in the region. Israeli military spokesperson Avichai Adrei urged Palestinians to evacuate immediately to Al-Mawasi, despite the area previously facing Israeli attacks, despite its designation as a safe zone. Recent Israeli strikes reportedly killed at least 2 people in Rafah, targeting a tent housing displaced Palestinians. The renewed conflict, which began again on March 18th after a fragile ceasefire collapsed, has displaced around 142,000 people, according to the United Nations. Gaza's Ministry of Health reports over 900 deaths since the resumption of bombardments, bringing the total death toll since October 2023 to over 50,000. Despite Eid al-Fitr celebrations, marking the end of Ramadan, attacks have continued, with at least 64 Palestinians killed on the first day alone. Civilians in Gaza describe their Eid observance as overshadowed by fear, grief, and continued insecurity due to persistent military assaults. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei issued a stern warning to the United States on Monday, vowing a strong reciprocal blow if Washington follows through on President Trump's recent threat to bomb Iran. Trump's ultimatum, delivered earlier this month, demands Tehran negotiate a new nuclear deal or face military action. Khamenei dismissed the likelihood of a U.S. attack, but cautioned that any aggressive move would face swift retaliation. Iran further rejected direct negotiations, but remains open to indirect diplomatic engagement. Tehran also accused the West of fomenting internal unrest, referencing recent widespread protests. Iranian officials condemned Trump's bombing threats as violating international peace and security principles. Tensions escalated significantly after Trump's 2018 withdrawal from the 2015 nuclear agreement, prompting Iran to expand its uranium enrichment program beyond previously agreed limits. While Western countries suspect Tehran of pursuing nuclear weapons capabilities, Iran insists its nuclear activities are exclusively for peaceful, civilian purposes.